All right, so welcome everyone. And I'm very excited for us to be here together to work on our Parkinson's protocol. We're starting over in the protocol series, and this is the protocol series for breath work and respiratory health. Um, and the focus is also on speech disorders. So where there might be some challenge with the voice, challenge with the respiratory system, we want to be able to do some yogic practices that are going to be supportive for that. Thank you again to the Parkinson's Foundation for giving Om Shala the opportunity to offer all of these free classes. And I'm very excited for us to start digging right into our material today. We're going to be doing a very simple practice today, but I am going to ask you if you have handy a little ball of some kind, you might want to just go and grab it now. If you have something handy, we're going to use it not right out the gate, but just so you have it with you and you don't have to get up after we're already practicing, you might want to just have it around. We're going to be using it for our hands and for the bottom of our feet in our practice today. So I'll give you just a moment to go and collect your things. And any ball is going to work. This one is a pretty firm one, but you could use a softer one. You could use a tennis ball. You can use a melt ball. And any size will do. Richard, do you have a ball handy or no? Okay. If you don't, it's okay. Well, you can just roll your foot on the ground and press and stuff. It'll be okay. I got you. Don't worry. All right. We'll wait just 1 minute for Elvinda to come back. And while we're waiting, we're just going to talk very briefly about why we're going to be doing some of the things that we're going to be working on today. So some of our goals for our class today is that we want to be able to promote some awareness of the neuromuscular connections between the lower limbs and our pelvic floor and respiratory diaphragm. So we are going to be working a little bit through the bottom of the feet today. And whenever we open up the bottom of the feet, it helps us to open up the muscles in the legs. And when we open up the muscles in the legs, this also helps to support movement and proper coordination of the muscles in the pelvic floor, which are essential for breathing. So even though we're going to be thinking about the feet, we're also really trying to make that connection back to the breath. So it helps us to be both grounded anytime we're doing work where we're connecting through the bottoms of the feet. It can help us be grounded and centered. And it's also going to open up our respiratory system. We also want to think about how we're going to be expanding our rib cage today in order to correct dysfunctional breathing. So where the rib cage might get locked in and can't fully expand, we're not going to get a full deep breath. So we want to be able to stretch open the rib cage as much as possible. We also want to be able to improve both our balance and our coordination and our awareness of our own body in space. And we call that proprioception. So just awareness of if I were to close my eyes and I were to take this finger and this finger, can I bring them together to touch them? Do I have to open my eyes or can I just keep my eyes closed? Do I have a sense of where my fingertips are? That is proprioceptive awareness. And you'll know your proprioception is off if you're ever, maybe you're walking around an object or through a doorway and you kind of bump into it a little bit. That's a real easy tell that your proprioception is off. And so when that happens, that means our nervous system is not mapping our body fully. And we can benefit from reconnecting through the nervous system to remap ourselves and create a more expansive and coordinated movement through our whole system. And that's going to be really important for breathing and for developing what we call coherence, which is where all our systems just sort of line up and we get into kind of that real deep meditative moment. We also want to be able to start thinking about stretching open all of the muscles of the jaw and in the face in order to maintain muscular flexibility in the face. Particularly with Parkinson's, we see a condition oftentimes called mask face, and that's where we lose control of the motor function in the muscles of the face, and it often limits our ability to communicate because it limits our full expression of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So part of what we're going to be doing here is also working to open up all of those muscles, activate those muscles. And that's also essential for being able to make different shapes and move the tongue to different places in the mouth to make different sounds. And so this is all about thinking about the value of connecting with other human beings and connecting with ourselves in different ways and how that is experienced and expressed through communication, through movement, through sound, and through coordination of all of those tools through the body. And then just in general, we're wanting to kind of reduce some of that rigid, tense energy in the body. So that's going to be our focus for our class today. So we're going to start just with a little centering. So if you are wearing shoes, I'm going to invite you to take your shoes off. You can kick them off, and I want you to just be able to kind of wiggle your toes for a moment, stretch your toes out, spread them really big, squeeze the toes, open the toes, squeeze the toes, and then relax the feet and just let the feet rest onto the floor. You might, for just a moment, become aware of all 10 toes and each one of the toes connecting into the floor. Maybe start on your left foot, start with the pinky toe, the next smallest toe, your middle toe, your second largest toe, and the big toe. And then on the right foot, the big toe, the second biggest toe, the middle toe, your second smallest toe, and your pinky toe. Becoming aware of the outer edges of the feet pressing into the floor and the heels pressing into the floor. Your feet fully connected to the floor. As you push your feet down into the ground, find a nice tall spine. Become aware of your body sitting in the chair, your seat connecting to the chair. Push your seat down and get a little taller. Just sit up even a little taller. Maybe stretch the spine for just a moment. Crown of the head reaching up. And then just bring a little softness to it. Let your shoulders relax. And begin to become aware of your breath. An invitation is to breathe in through the nose. And out through the nose or out through the mouth. Softly breathing in. And softly breathing out. I'm gonna add on to the breath. I'm gonna add on sound. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build the Om step by step, all three sounds one by one. We'll begin with the ah sound. So you can keep your eyes closed, keep breathing. We're going to do a rolling ah sound. So we're just going to repeat the ah sound over and over a few times. When you run out of breath, you can close your mouth, breathe in through the nose, and then repeat again, opening the mouth as wide as you can. Ah. And just repeat a few times. Ah. 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 One more. Ah. Just return back to a nice easy breath. Listening to the sound of the breath flowing in and out of the body. And we're going to move on to the next sound. So you'll notice that the feeling of the face, the shape of the face is going to change a little bit. So instead of having the mouth open all the way, fully stretched, we're going to close the mouth halfway and make an O shape with our mouth, making the ooh sound. We'll do a rolling ooh. Deep breath in. And just returning to a normal rhythm of breath. Listening to the breath as it flows in and out of the body. And we'll complete the om sound with the sound, completely closing the mouth, wrapping the lips over the teeth a little bit, and humming into the head. If you can direct that vibration up underneath your eyes, behind the back of the nose, you'll get some extra blessings. So just see if you can start to play around with moving that sensation of vibration in the head to direct it to certain places. Just see what happens with the intention. When you're ready, deep breath in. Returning to a normal rhythm of breath. And we're going to flow all three of those sounds together. We'll do each of them 3 times, stretching all the sounds out from one into the next. Ah, ooh, mm. When you're ready, deep breath in. Ah. Oh. Oh. Returning to a normal rhythm of breath. Drawing the hands up to heart center, pressing the palms in together. Taking one more deep breath in. And then exhaling. You can open your eyes, begin to look around in the space around you, just becoming aware of your environment now. And bringing your attention back to your feet. We're going to start to move through a little bit of just very gentle work in the lower limbs. And so we're going to start by just doing a little tapping of the feet. So it's going to look like this. It's going to be a pretty simple exercise here. We're just going to take our feet and we're just going to start tapping the feet. Let me turn this blur off of here. You can see what's happening. So we're going to take the feet and we're just going to start by just tapping the feet. You can close your eyes if you'd like and just feel into the tapping. We're going to stay with just this one little move for a minute. It'll seem really simple, like there's not a lot going on, but you'll start feeling it here in just a moment. Just stay with that tapping. You should start to feel the muscles around the ankle and the shin and your calves. You might tap your hands a little bit. Continuing to sit up nice and tall, keep tapping. Very good. Now let the feet rest. You can just let them relax on the floor for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And out. Deep breath in. And out. Very good. And then with just your right leg, you're going to stretch that leg out. Flex those toes back. Extend through that heel. Keep sitting up as tall as you can. Feel those muscles in the leg go all the way up, activated all the way up to the pelvis. See if you can lift that leg even a little higher. Sit up a little taller for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down and then just start to make some circles with your ankle. Just do a few one direction. And then change directions. And then set that foot down. Very good. We're gonna do the same thing other side. Left leg is gonna extend out, flex those toes. Feel the muscles in the leg activate. Sit up a little taller. Maybe lift the leg up even a little higher. Keep that leg active. Take a deep breath in. Easy breath out. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Breathing in once more, big and deep and full. And then exhale, set that foot down. Immediately go into those circles here, one direction. And then change directions. Very good. We're going to come up a little higher in the body now. So we just worked through the feet and the ankles and the lower limbs. Now we're going to start to get into the spine a little bit. So coming into a seated cat-cow, go ahead and place your hands down onto your knees. You might scoot a little forward in your chair if you'd like. And when you're ready, pushing the feet down into the floor, awareness of all of your toes, each one individually pressing into the floor, the heels pressing down, hands resting on the knees. Take a deep breath in. We're going to lift the sternum, lift the collarbones, tip the head back, let the chest expand with breath. And then as you exhale, chin into the chest, rounding the back, drawing the navel in toward the spine, pulling the navel in as you're exhaling, 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 exhaling. When you're ready to breathe in, lift the collarbones, lift the sternum, lift the chin, looking up, expand the chest. Exhale and round the back, drawing the navel in. Very good. Moving with your breath back and forth a few more rounds. Listening to the sound of the breath. Feeling the fullness of the movement of the breath. And when you're ready, coming back to center. Very good. So we got some extension and some flexion into the spine. Now let's do a little bit of twisting here. We'll start by doing just an open twist, reaching the right hand back into the space behind you, stretch back, reach back, look back, big breath in. And then as you exhale, we're reaching up and away at a diagonal, reaching through those fingertips, looking past the fingertips as you exhale. Inhale, follow the fingers as you open up wide, fully expand the chest. Exhaling, reaching up and away, navel pulls in, emptying the body of breath. Inhale to open. Exhale to twist. Inhale to open. Exhale to twist. One more time, breathing in, opening up. Exhaling, twisting. Very good. Come on back to center. And then we'll do the other side. Left hand is going to stretch back, reach back, look back, breathe in. Exhaling, reaching up and away for that twist. Inhale to open. Exhale to twist. Inhale to open. Exhale to twist. Couple more on your own. And then coming back to center. Very good. All right. From here, we're going to do a deeper twist, one on each side. So we're going to take our right hand, bring it to the left knee. Left hand is going to reach back behind us, either to the arm of the chair or the seat of the chair. Drop those shoulders down, sit up nice and tall. Look over your left shoulder, looking out through the corners of the left corners of your eyes. And then just pause here and breathe. Very good. Coming back to center. Press both hands in together. And then when you're ready, we'll do the other side. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand is going to reach back behind, either to the arm of the chair or the seat of the chair, the back of the chair. Drop those shoulders down. Sit up nice and tall. Look over your right shoulder this time. Out through the right corners of the eyes. And pause here to breathe. Unwinding, coming back to center. Press both hands in together. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Keeping your hands pressing. Go ahead and lift your left leg up as high as you can. Stretching the left leg out. Keep sitting up nice and tall. And then lower that leg down. Right leg is going to lift this time, picking it up as high as you can, sitting up as tall as you can. And then lower that leg down. One more time on the left. This time, as you lift the left leg, reach both hands up, stretch up, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, prayer hands to the heart, left foot comes down. And then one more time on the right, right leg lifts, both arms lift, stretching up, reaching up. And then exhale, hands come down, foot comes down. Very good. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and grab our ball. So what we're gonna do with this is we're just gonna take a moment. This is just a relaxation practice. This opens the bottoms of the feet. It's grounding, it's relaxing. And what we're gonna do is you're going to put your ball on the ground and you're gonna take your foot on top of it. And you're gonna start by just pushing the foot down in one spot. Move the ball a little bit, push down in another spot. And then forward one more time to the toes, pushing down. And then you're just going to gently roll the ball under the foot. You can go fast, you can go slow. You can make circles, scribbles. And then if you notice a spot that feels the most stuck, I want you to pick a spot on your foot that feels the most stuck. Let the ball be just right there. Push down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax the foot a little. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Very good. Switch feet. Same thing. You're going to start by pressing that foot down in one spot and hold. Maybe toward the back of the foot. Then move toward the center of the foot. Press and hold. And then toward the front of the foot. Press and hold. And then massaging the bottom of the foot, moving the ball all around. And then picking a spot that for you feels the most stuck. Push and hold. Take a deep breath in. Easy breath out. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Breathing in once more, big and deep and full. Exhale. And then removing your foot from the ball. You can pick up the ball, maybe set it aside here. And we're going to do our last exercise. We're going to combine a couple of elements. So we're going to be doing a very specific breathing exercise, diaphragmatic breathing. So that's that belly breathing. So you might want to position yourself in a way that you can place one hand here on your abdomen so that you can feel the movement as that's happening. As we breathe in, the belly will get big. As we breathe out, we're going to draw that navel in, tightening up the abdominals, squeezing that breath out of the body. The invitation is to also use what we call chin mudra. Touching the index finger to the thumb, you can let that palm come to rest down on the leg. So you can have one hand on the belly, one hand resting. Chin mudra helps us to ground and connect. Feet are placed firmly on the floor, closing your eyes. And then I'm going to invite you to pick a color, whatever is your favorite color in this moment right now. It could be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, whatever delights you. As you breathe in, I want you to imagine that color fills up the belly, fills up the heart. And as you exhale, the color flows back up and out of the body. Inhaling, the color fills into the belly, into the chest. Exhaling, letting go of the breath. Breathing in, filling up. Exhaling, releasing. Take 3 more breaths like that at your own pace. Then pressing our hands in together at heart center, closing our practice with one final Om. You can gently bow your head. Deep breath in. Om. Thank you so much for joining us in this practice today. I hope you all have a wonderful and restful evening. Your homework is to spend a little bit of time just doing some belly breathing over the next couple of days. You can use the chin mudra, you can use one hand on the abdomen, or just let your hands rest in a comfortable position, closing your eyes and connecting with that color, and just doing a little bit of diaphragmatic breathing, finding a deep and restful moment every day. Thank you for being a part of our community. Namaste.
Thank you.